Howdy ho, everyone. Welcome to the Rapscallions Scat Cast #1 USA.com 100 years rap casting scatcast.bizgov. I don't know.
No
this
skits.
Is 30 minutes of straight heat. This is the Rapcast from Rapscallions Report. You probably found this through one of our many websites. If you don't, fuck. This is off to a great start. All right, we got websites. We got Facebook. We got YouTube. We got Twitter. We got a phone number that you can call.
We got a number, and it is dank.
It's dank. I've been munching on these phones.
Dank.
I thought we were going to pitch all this at the end.
That's fine. We'll pitch it right now, too.
We'll pitch it again later on.
We'll pitch it twice.
Yeah.
If you got a phone number, call us 1-989-372-0805. If you're listening to this, it's not live. Just so you know.
But you can always call us for next time.
You can. You can call us. Oh, I forgot my alcohol.
And
Eric, fill space.
And you can text us as well.
I'm always filling space with my body.
Fill space.
Yes.
With my body. So
Twitter, r_report.
Oh.
YouTube.com/Rapscallions Report. Facebook.
Welcome to the Rapscallions Report infomercial.
All right. Well, we're going to start out with Andy's drinking problem.
as he needs to get loosened up for the podcast.
What is today's alcohol choice, Andy?
It's called Taiku. No, there's no Ru, it's just Taiku. It's called Taiku, and then there's the word Soju underneath it. I don't know what this is, but apparently it's Asian. There's a little bit of kanji or something.
Wait.
It's probably not.
Wait, it's 40 proof.
No,
so
don't ruin the mystery for me, alright? Oh, it's sake, apparently, or something.
Oh, really?
Alright, so I got a little bottle of this stuff. I'm going to drink it, and we're going to keep going with the podcast.
Alright, so drink.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's sake.
Drink more.
No! I got to space it out. You kidding me? I know.
I
This
didn't
stuff is
toss it.
strong. Holy hell, it's mother from over here.
That's
40
fine,
proof.
it's fine.
40 proof.
See, I'm such a... not lightweight. I don't drink often. But when I do, it's Dosek. God damn it. Moving on.
Have you ever actually had Dasaki? Or Dasaki?
Dasaki.
The guy with the beard. That stuff.
Dosekis. No. I'm not...
Me neither.
I don't know. I've started to drink more beer than I have in the past. I think I'm acquiring more of a taste to it. I didn't drink beer much before. I don't know. It's fine.
What are you drinking?
Beer?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Great start.
This is an excellent
Yes,
start.
yes.
Running start.
This is the 3 minutes of fame we got going.
So what do you guys want to get started off with getting into? You want to get into news? You want to talk about personal life problems? What do you want to start off with here?
I heard about this hot new website. It's called butts.com with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
I've just heard the name. That's all I know.
What?
The sad thing is I wrote this on a notepad, just doodling, and I don't know, but it probably is a website.
We're about to find out if it's a website or not. The button is being pushed.
All right, everyone.
Butts with
Butts.
a Z.com is currently for sale.
BUTTZ.com is for sale.
For sale. There's no listed price, so you have to email these people with your offer.
Just put it
Go
in
there right
because
now.
I guarantee you, we're going to buy it if you don't.
Yeah.
We're going to buy and register butts.com.
It's
and that's
probably
gonna be the
cheaper
official
than
Rapscallions
the
Report
other
website.
Rapscallions Report URL.
No.
There's some controversy about
Should I
that.
bring that up? Should I break the fourth wall for everyone about
yeah,
Rapscallionsreport.com?
go
All right. We had a website. Domain expired. We got sniped. And now our website is for sale.
And it at one point it was worth what?
2,000
$1,600.
something.
2,000.
It was like $15.95.
Now you can get it for a cool $6.95.
Oh yeah.
For the price of building a half decent computer, you can own
Buy our
Rapscallionsreport.com.
website. We are looking for sponsors.
Buy our website and we'll plug your product for life.
We'll plug Do harder than ever.
Oh, we will plug. Wink.
I don't know how I feel about this.
You love it. You
We'll
love
plug
it.
you harder than we do ourselves.
No.
I hate it,
But you love it.
but I love it.
So let's talk about some real world, real life, real personal issues besides my drinking problem and my failing liver. Let's talk
Because those are not real life issues at all.
No, they're like cartoon issues.
Yeah.
It's something Daffy Duck deals with.
Uh-huh.
So I heard the
Whoa, wait a minute. Daffy Duck has a liver problem?
Yeah, they want to make it into a pate. Like force feed him, you know? What's that called when they do that to geese? What is that? Foie gras? Foie gras? Is that it?
I heard it's called force feeding geese.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah, this is America.
Yeah.
We force feed our geese.
We don't
We
use
don't got
fancy
fancy words for force feeding our geese.
We call it a geese with a fat ass. The fat ass geese, and we love it.
We call it a geese with curves.
This is sexy ass geese.
So anyway.
Big ass. Twerking
Anyway.
geese.
Yeah.
Alright. So I was listening to a song the other day. I was listening to the music songs, and the song Poetic Justice came up by Kendrick Lamar. And that CD is great. I listened to it like 100 times in 1 month. It was on a loop. And it's a weird song because I hear it, and every time I hear it now, it reminds me of this girl I used to go out with. And it freaks me out. And I was wondering, it's like a weird thing. You hear this song, and it like messes with your head. You know what I mean? Like, do you guys have any similar thing where it's like a song or a movie or TV show or something that just you associate with a weird, like a particular place and time, and you're like, no.
I think you need to take another hit of the Taiku.
I think I will. Duke, Duke, Duke.
I guess I got some things like that.
I'm not trying to depress everyone at this point. That's what I had for a topic.
See,
I'm like, I gotta think of something.
I'm in the same boat.
This is
sort
real
of.
life. Yeah.
It's nothing depressing or sad, but like when I hear certain songs by Paula Abdul, which is really bizarre.
You shed a single tear.
No, it actually reminds me of when I was like a little kid and like a certain house that we used to live in, and like I can remember like the yard and like just like the innocence of my youth, I guess would be the best way of putting it.
And Cool Cat, the animated cat, the one to have sex with Paula Abdul.
That could be it. I used to have a thing for her back in the day.
Did you want to be Cool Cat?
I wanted to be Cool Cat.
We all wanted to be Cool Cat back then. But look how our lives turned out. None of us are Cool Cat. Dook, 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 back to drinking.
The only thing I can really think of insofar as this is, for some reason, I remember like a couple straight years where I was so into Halloween, and I would just watch like any scary movie I could during Halloween, and the ones that really
Did you
kicked
watch
off-
Halloween?
Yes, actually, not the original Halloween though. It's like Halloween 3 or something, whichever one had the little kid and
Ugh.
No.
yeah, the little kid one. That was the first one I saw, and it freaked me out. And then Child's Play. I forget if it was 1 or 2 again. And the Leprechaun. That was it. Leprechaun was such a scary movie.
Leprechaun was the shit back in the day.
It was so.
It still
I
is.
poo-pooed my pants. Not really, but I got close because I was like,
The part of the Leprechaun's like cutting his face up. With that
like
belt buckle.
and like the other
That guy from Pee-wee's
Leprechaun
Big Adventure?
2 or 3 when he gets on the pogo stick and murders the guy, and then he's in the little car driving around in the forest
See,
and killing people.
the thing with the Leprechaun series is the first Leprechaun was like kind of gritty and like
It was grim and gritty.
It was
Dark
grim.
reboot. Oh god, I hope they don't reboot the Leprechaun.
That's my new life project.
Oh.
I'm gonna do it.
you know what I'm saying is like if you watch the first Leprechaun and then like you like just randomly jump to like Leprechaun Back to the Hood or some shit.
In space.
It's like what happened? Like
You
it
just go from
started
1
out-
to 7. Yeah.
It had
Yeah.
so much potential, and then it just
Did it though?
I don't
See,
even know.
No, it's
Because how
it's
long
not
could
a-
you stretch it out without having Leprechaun go to the hood twice or in space?
I mean, it's the way I like to think about Leprechaun is the series was like a really, really nice sports car. It just went 0 to 60 in a blaze of glory straight into a brick wall.
Basically, you're saying the Leprechaun was Ryan Dunn.
Yes.
Bum bum.
No, because wasn't
Too
he?
soon, bro.
Yeah, I don't
mean-
feel bad.
How about a prettier image?
Yeah,
Steve Buscemi saying, "Damn, these things are fast." To whoever was in charge of the Leprechaun movies was thinking that upon finishing Leprechaun in space and realizing what he'd just done with his life.
do you think Steve Buscemi is flattered that someone said, "Let's think of something prettier"? Steve Buscemi.
Yes, I think I just brought a tear to his busted, disfigured eyes.
Oh,
And that's
damn.
what... Bring it back full circle. Mr. Deeds and the Leprechaun. Oh, my childhood. Oh, my childhood.
Oh, my car.
Oh, my childhood.
I think Mr. Deeds and Leprechaun should have a crossover.
Leprechaun in New York. He hasn't done it yet.
Oh, shit.
In like upscale New
But
York.
Jason already
too.
took Manhattan.
Oh, yeah.
The Leprechaun versus Muppets.
Oh, my God.
That's like saying, like...
It's like saying Batman
Hacksaw
meets
McDugan
Scooby-Doo.
It's like what?
versus
It's like saying
a
Alien versus
basket full of
Predator.
babies.
It's like
like
saying
saying
Batman
Freddy
versus
versus Jason.
Superman. Freddy versus Jason.
It's too perfect, Tone, admit it.
Yeah.
It's like saying
It's
Puppet
super.
Master versus the evil
Toys.
toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that the name of that one?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Puppet
It-
Master versus the evil toys or something?
It was like the toy... I gotta look this up.
It was something.
It's just it's so perfect. The only reason anybody would dislike it is because they're jealous.
Mm-hmm. It's because they're jelly.
And you know what?
Jelly.
We were talking about that gritty remake of the Leprechaun. I want
Mhm.
to play the Leprechaun the same guy who did the
Peter
new Freddy
Dinklage?
Krueger.
Oh, never mind.
Peter Dinklage would be more like the Leprechauns. Because in the story of the Leprechaun, they
Mhm.
were originally nice. Not really nice, but they were the guards of the King's Treasure. And the Leprechaun in the movie got disgruntled because he was the last one left. And was like, I have to keep guarding the treasure. And he became evil that way.
So he was
clearly-
basically a guy from the Indiana Jones Last Crusade,
Yeah, sure. I
the
don't
Knight
remember.
Templar.
No, see,
Yeah.
you guys are all missing the point.
Huh.
Now they have to reboot it, but they got to do like Planet of the Apes type reboot and start with a prequel.
See, that's what I'm getting at. Peter Dinklage would be the good Leprechaun who would try to like guide evil Leprechaun to the light, who would then pull like an Anakin Skywalker and get his legs chopped off and then regrow them because he's a Leprechaun.
Peter Dinklage is like, I have the high ground.
I have the high ground. There are brave leprechauns out there. Let's go take their gold.
Do you think? You remember in Star Wars Episode 3, I was like, I have the high ground. Don't do it. Seriously, don't fucking do it.
do it.
And then he jumps and he loses like 3 of his limbs. 3.5.
And he's just like, told you so.
Do you know how much, like, is that really that big of an advantage where it's like, you're going to jump and I'm going to fucking cut you? It's going to be like Duck Hunt or something.
Sun Tzu would say, yes, it is.
Sun Tzu was like, if you have the high ground, you're going to fucking put him on blast.
Yeah.
Translated.
Well, I mean,
That's the modern rewrite.
Yeah.
No,
by
no, it's- no,
Ghostface Killer.
that's
know what I'm saying?
that was the original versions. Today's version is a rewrite because Star Wars was so long ago
Oh, yeah.
in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So how the hell did we get onto the Leprechaun? When the original question was
Poetic
a song or a
Justice.
movie that reminded
The
us.
Leprechaun got poetic justice by having himself burst out of the guy's urethra after the guy peed on his ashes in the space
Yes.
one. Remember that?
That's
He
justice
fried the
right
leprechaun,
there.
and the guy peed on the leprechaun's ashes. The leprechaun went up his urethra like a Candiru fish, grew inside of him, and then burst out of him later. Poetic justice. It was a poetic punishment.
You cannot have the word poetic on this podcast, or you will be burnt.
You will be sucked.
We sing a lot of songs.
So speaking of singing a lot of songs, wink.
Ah.
There's like a transition. I'm struggling. Please transition. There's this PS4 commercial where they sing that Perfect Day song. I've seen it all day, every day, 10 times a day. It's getting kind of old. I don't like it. I liked it at first. I'm like, this is a good ad.
I think I've seen it
And then
twice.
How? What am I doing so
I
differently?
think
than
I
every-
also have seen it twice,
How?
and both times have been on YouTube by one of you's doing your suggestion.
The first time I've seen
Shit.
it, you showed it to me. The second time is today when you reminded me. I'm like,
I
what the hell
think
is
that's
that?
mine too.
What am I doing with my life that I'm not seeing this? I mean, not that I'm not seeing this, but I'm seeing this ad like way more than you guys. Like way more.
Well,
what am I doing with my
Like,
life?
when you see it, like, are you seeing it on TV, on like Hulu?
On TV, on Hulu, on YouTube, on Daily Motion, on
On
Vimeo,
Pornhub,
on video,
on
on
RedTube.
Pornhub, on RedTube, on X videos, on JizzTube, on UJizz, on UJizz on Tube, on URedJizz on TubeMotion.com. Every one of them. Everywhere
Every
I
single
go,
one.
they're loving to hate me.
Well, you probably see it majority on Hulu, to be honest with you.
I do watch a lot of stuff on Hulu.
And I don't watch Hulu.
Oh yeah, we went into this. Continuing from the previous podcast. Continuing with the previous podcast. You hate Hulu.
Yes.
Yes.
Not that I hate Hulu, I just hate the fact that you watch like 10 times more ads on Hulu than you would actually watch on TV.
I disagree so hard, dude. Like, everything I've seen on Hulu has less commercial breaks.
See, the thing I had with Hulu was I would have to refresh a show like 10 times to get it to work.
That's so weird.
And then, especially when it does commercial breaks, it would restart. Or it would die, and then I'd have to refresh, and the episode would start over again. Then I gotta skip through and see another commercial, and then I gotta refresh it.
That's so strange.
I've had similar issues.
I have none of those issues. But then on the flip side, I've seen that PS4 ad like all day, every day.
Well, see, there you go.
That's the trade-off.
But in all, I mean, like I said, I've only seen it twice, and in my opinion, it's not that bad of an ad. I can see.
No, it's a fine ad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's actually a really good ad. Sony has excellent ads, and I respect like the time.
Is it making you mad, or is it making you glad?
Mad?
It's because of the repetitiveness of always seeing it.
Yes. It's because I'm seeing it so much that's it's just
like
weird.
You can watch a good movie, but if you watch a good movie 20 times in a row, it's going to eventually suck.
Yes.
It's repetitiveness. Maybe you should get off of Hulu and go outside or something. Make a snowman.
Oh, don't even try that shit. Don't even try it. Son, you know what? I think you're a pig anus. And you know what else is a pig anus? Imitation calamari. That this butcher sold somewhere that I didn't research. Somewhere in the United States.
Honestly, if I ate that imitation calamari and it was okay or good or even not that great and I didn't know, but afterwards I was told, hey, that's pig anus, I'd be like, okay.
You'd be like, all right, after effect. See, yeah. I have a theory with that. Like, for example, like if they told you like they were giving you chicken and it was actually a cat or dog, like if it was after you ate it and enjoyed it, would you be that grossed out?
I would just feel bad more than grossed out. Like, kind of guilty because, unlike other animals, dogs have souls.
Of course, all dogs go to heaven.
Yeah.
Cats go to hell, and none of the other animals even matter. There's nothing.
Cows go in my food.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel guilty about that. But for some reason, dogs and cats are different. So, yeah, I wouldn't be grossed out or anything, just feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe if I knew before I tried to eat it, I might be grossed out.
Yeah, like if they're like, here's a chicken, but before you take a bite, it's actually cat or dog, and be like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So those are pig anuses, calamari. Speaking of raw fish.
I hate to give you this horrible update, but that was a hoax.
Bullshit. Was it a hoax? Wait, on This American Life, my investigative reader says, is it a hoax? No! I've been fooled. This is why you do your research, people. This is why we have the internet. It was a total fake. It's a fraud. All right.
How is it? Is it a fake that it ever happened, or is it fake that what are they saying is fake?
I don't know. Tone closed the browser window that said it was a fake. You totally close it. The consumers. All right, let's just move on. This is becoming a dead segment. So until this is proven to be a hoax, allegedly, there's this place in Colorado that's selling sushi and weed in combination.
It's been unconfirmed, but no one would ever actually admit it.
All right, so it might not be.
I think it's fake.
Yeah, it's probably fake. All right, well, forget that whole segment.
Although someone did say that Pig Rectum would make a good punk band name.
It'd be an okay punk band name. It's still too forward. Well, I guess for a punk band, maybe.
Piglet Rectum? I'm trying too hard.
So weed and sushi.
Yes, weed and sushi.
There's a place in Colorado where you can buy marijuana and sushi together. And they got them, like, paired. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing. Do you think that's going to become more commonplace as marijuana is eventually legalized in more places? Or do you think this is like more of a trend thing? Do you think that eventually marijuana is going to lose some of its like rebel allure as it gets legalized? What are you guys' thoughts on this? Real quick.
The concept of legalizing marijuana and taxing it and then, putting money back into the state, back into the government.
Yeah.
I fully support. I think it's a genius idea. However, a lot of people are arguing that by legalizing marijuana, people who make money selling marijuana or doing whatever, illegal activities, are going to start doing, like, harder drugs or, more crime, whatever.
I need to see some evidence before I believe that.
This is what people are saying.
It's a theory, but it might be.
But however, selling marijuana with food, I mean, yeah, you get high, you get the munchies. I mean, it's pretty smart, if you ask me.
If Glee has taught us anything.
Which it hasn't.
Did
they do that in Glee?
Yeah, they sold, like,
brownies. I remember that.
And then everybody bought more brownies because they got the munchies and they made enough money to get the bus or something
this
like that.
This sounds weirdly like an episode of the Brady Bunch that was never aired.
Glee.
No, this is a Partridge Family all the way.
Yeah.
I think they paid for that bus.
But I'm just looking forward to the day where two people can sit down, one have a cigar, and one have a blunt, and have a good time.
See, substitute that with LSD for me. Because
have a blunt and one have LSD.
Just a big old bucket of LSD.
Want a tablet? No, I'm good, thanks.
It's like, no, thank you.
I've got this LSD inundated corn cob here. I'm just going to chew on.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. That's good. That's good. So let's it's one thing that people, when they're high on marijuana, do a lot. Is
they go to WWE shows.
Oh, fuck you. I was going to say they watch television. But they do both, I'm sure, and they probably get high at, a lot of wrestlers are busted for possession.
THC.
That too. Wait, there's a... So anyway, with wrestling, the WWE, formerly WWF, before the lawsuit, said that they're starting their own network.
Wait. WWE... Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
He lost it.
The WWE, for $10 a month, you get a station like HBO. $10 a month, you get, from what I understand, on-demand pay-per-views, new and old WWE stuff. It's available streaming on every next-gen console, Roku, Android phones, and all this. And a couple people that I've read are freaking out because they're thinking this could, if it's successful, be the start of a la carte TV, meaning essentially cable that you pay individual channels for, which is pretty exciting when you think about it. I mean, would you guys pay for example, like a Netflix channel that was all just like Netflix owned or Netflix created products for $10 a month?
Why would I do that though?
That seems completely different from what WWE channel would be.
No, I'm just saying, let's say this started and this became a thing.
I think Netflix,
and content creators had their own channels like that.
I think Netflix is a bad example because if you
they create original content?
No, because if you already
have
Netflix and you already have access to their
stuff.
What
they've said they want to create a cable channel. They've said this is something they want to do. They've announced this.
Yes, but would they be all 100% original content? Because they don't really have a lot of their original stuff.
Really? House of Cards, Hemlock Grove, all the Avengers series coming out, Turbo Fast. Let's see. I know they ordered like a lot more stuff they made. Orange is the New Black.
Arrested Development, which is already done.
It's coming back. That's not the last season. They said they're going to do more.
Are they? See, I'm unaware of that.
And they're only doing more original content in the future. On top of that, I don't know if you've been keeping up on this, but Amazon is creating their own original stuff now. They have the guy who wrote the Doonesbury comic is working on a program that has a bunch of senators living together. It's called Alpha House. It has John Goodman. It's been getting pretty good reviews. They had a Onion news parody kind of show that they were working on. So more and more places are creating original content. and having it being distributed through their own services. At least as far as Netflix and Amazon are concerned. And Hulu has their own original stuff too, as you know.
I can understand because like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, these are all originally websites.
Mm-hmm.
But for them to go from an internet-based medium to straight up, oh, we got a TV channel.
Well, cable. It wouldn't be broadcast television. Like, you wouldn't be able to pick it up with an antenna. You'd have to pay,
I understand that.
like HBO or...
But what I'm saying is, why would people that are used to... like, I mean, I can understand like Hulu Plus. You can access that through, you know, different systems or whatever.
There are still a good amount of people, though, who do not access Netflix and Hulu, like a surprising amount. A lot of people don't have great internet connections. You know,
if I'm paying, you know, $10 a month, am I going to stuck with ads?
Yeah, probably.
Even with
you're stuck with ads with cable. You're not stuck with ads with HBO, I guess, but HBO is kind of a different beast. You know,
well, HBO is a premium channel that you got to pay for extra.
Mm.
So with this WWE, are you going to be paying for ads? Or are you going to?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because why would I get Hulu on my TV for X amount a month and still get stuck watching ads when I can just hop on the computer and do the same thing probably for free?
Because a lot of people don't have great internet connections. There are still a lot of the older people who do not use Hulu, Netflix, there are still a lot of people out there who do not use the internet like you and I do. I think we're not thinking about a large section of the population that just doesn't use that stuff.
And I understand that, but on the flip side, the question originally was, would I consider buying this? Would I consider paying for this?
Yeah.
I understand that if people don't have access to the internet or people whatever, that would be good for them. But I'm not them.
All right, so you wouldn't, personally.
It depends on what they offer and depends on...
What if they offered exclusive content?
I guess it would... I mean, I don't want to pay for something and then have to still see all these ads, but on the flip side, if it is only exclusive through the TV, I mean...
Here's a better question. What would it take? What exclusive content would it take? Like, okay, new seasons of Firefly, much higher budget, guaranteed season that they're not going to cancel right away.
Dude, you can't come in with a question like that. You know I'm going to say yes to that.
You would, and that's what it would take, is what I'm saying. Arrested Development, that was a big one for a lot of people. Eric, what would it take for you to do this, or would you just be fine with it to begin with?
I would never do it because the thing is, no matter what, it's going to get on the internet. People are going to record that shit and upload it in the same day that it comes out.
All right, if you were totally against
streaming stuff online.
Streaming stuff.
Yes, streaming.
Yes.
Then what would it take?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I would...
Like, what type of movie... Like, if they made a sequel to a movie, for example...
Dead or Alive.
The one based on the video game?
Yeah?
What? You
guys never seen that movie?
Yes.
I played the video games. I don't need to see the movie.
It was horrible.
I played the beach volleyball games. I don't need to play
Dead or
the
Alive Beach
regular
Volleyball
games.
had all the plot I needed. Just massing, heaping amounts of plot, jiggling everywhere.
Yes.
There was so much plot.
Nobody knows her age.
It's a mystery to all. It's unknown.
But no,
was that a Zelda reference you just made?
Yeah, probably.
Who knows? The channel that I would just flip a table to buy. I don't know why that came to mind. I'll buy that. Flip.
It's like it's
would
a deal.
be like a channel entirely shit. I just realized this already exists, but in shit form. Sci-fi. Like if there was like an HBO quality channel that just aired like the best sci-fi movies,
you told me
TV
that the sci-fi
shows.
channel that produces such films as Sharknado is not up to your standards, Eric.
No.
Are you
it's
saying
not.
that sci-fi isn't sci-fi anymore?
I don't know.
I would actually second Eric's input.
So you're saying if it were like more intelligent, serious science fiction?
Not even. It doesn't even have to be intelligent or serious. Oh, it has to be intelligent. I would say to some extent, but not
Yeah,
really serious. Like if they had Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy on all the time, if they had Futurama on there, if they had
Alright, some more quality stuff and not garbage, basically. is what
yeah,
you're saying.
not original stuff for a channel to produce, just a channel that brings in the best sci-fi.
And like, say if
from
they also
other
showed
creators.
stuff like more documentary kind of things, or like Carl Sagan's stuff or something. Also, like
You know,
something that
there's a
probably-
channel called
Sure.
the Science Channel that has stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I want the science fiction channel.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
A sci-fi channel.
That's how I get it.
No, that's pretty good. So here's a question for you. Speaking of things from space and science, I guess, you guys know about the Universal Studios monsters, like Dracula,
Yeah.
thing from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein.
Yeah, all the classics.
Yeah, yeah.
Werewolf,
Uh-huh.
or Wolfman, technically.
Oh yeah. Which one do you think had the best ass? Like the most muscular, sculpted ass. Like it seems like they probably worked out a lot.
Wolfman,
And
of
like
course.
the wolf, yeah, the Wolfman's pretty athletic. See, I was gonna say Frankenstein because Dr. Frankenstein he
can
picked
find-
out each individual
He
part.
can find the perfect ass.
So it'd be like this monster must have a great ass. So he'd put the ass on Frankenstein. Is what I'm thinking. Why he would put that much
What
work
if-
into it,
what-
I don't know.
What if he used two separate butt cheeks?
That'd be uneven. It'd be asymmetrical, man.
What if he found like two guys that like almost identical, but one was like black and one was white?
He'd have a marbled ass.
See,
Technically, wasn't Frankenstein green? Like,
technically,
that would
Frankenstein was white because his monster was green.
oh,
Oh.
shit! Dr. Frankenstein and his monster.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. Damn it.
So maybe Frankenstein did have the nicest butt.
Maybe
I don't
he
know.
did. Maybe he chopped off his own ass to put on the monster.
That's a bit conceited, ain't it?
So you're saying Frankenstein himself was like Hank Hill? There's speaking
What
of
is Frankenstein if not conceited? Come on.
Come on now. There was a guy. Here's an interesting segue. A guy did an AMA on Reddit today or yesterday. Guy does not have a butt crack at all.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
There's no crack.
It's pretty
I've
disgusting.
seen the picture.
looking.
Yeah,
Is it pretty gross? I haven't seen the picture.
Yeah.
it's something you would see in a sci-fi movie.
Would you see it on Siffy or Eric's proposed sci-fi channel?
You would see it on Siffy.
Crackless ass NATO.
They'd be like shooting at the asses from the ground with like a pistol.
Pew, pew, pew.
They do that in Sharknado.
Do
They shoot the sharks with like a pistol, and the sharks will like ping and go like flying.
I
out
love
tornado.
every time you say that. You always like one arm goes up like you're shooting, the other arm goes behind you, like the Han Solo
Well,
pose.
I'm grabbing ammo. Duh. I gotta reload, man. You grab a clip.
It's that,
you know.
that's hilarious.
Let's talk about asses some more. We talked about asses a lot this podcast.
Dude, this podcast is
Hey, we were once the Dark Cast, and now we're turning to the Ass Cast.
Yes.
The Raps. Ass
We still don't have a title
cast.
for this cast, too.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was tone tested, Eric approved.
Oh yeah. Let's use that one.
Did we say that on air?
We didn't say that
No.
on there.
We did not say
I don't
that.
know if that
That's-
counts.
Unfortunately, that's an inside joke that our listeners don't get.
How about we title this one "Butts.com is for sale"?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's just advertise for Butts.com and the good people who surely sniped it from their previous owner.
Why don't we email them and let them know about it?
Dear Butts.com, we're promoting you on the air. Please sponsor our podcast.
They might give us proceeds, man.
And you know what next we do? We gotta review butt candles.
Jack be
Okay.
Dibble, Jack be quick.
Jackby at buttcandles.com.
Mm-hmm. Man,
What if we actually order those and like test them on air?
no.
On air.
You didn't finish that sentence. Test them on air, ick.
Andy, you read my mind.
You're just stacking them like fucking Jenkins.
Hey,
Uh,
at least I'll be clean.
Fuck. Always got the advantage.
You know what's funny to me too is that before I heard about ass candles, before that was like the hot new thing on the streets. I remember seeing a report on some news channel back in the day, where they had ear candles, where you burned them and they like were supposed to like clear wax out of your ears, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the person who made ass candles saw like the ear candles and was like, I can top that, or bottom that?
Do you think before they did they got inspired by the ear candles. Do you think they had butt Q-tips? Just like pen-sized sticks with cotton balls on
That just straight up
them.
sounds painful.
Well, yeah. You know, they used to do that to people who got the electric chair. They would shove cotton balls up their ass so when they shit themselves, it wouldn't go all over the place.
I think that was a myth.
I think
you're a myth.
it was at the time of Ted Bundy's execution, which was sometimes in the 60s. It was a myth.
I think that Tone's search history now includes cotton balls and ass.
But at some point, I believe the cotton balls were in fact used long ago, before they used diapers.
Right now, Tone is on a website that has a woman in like a white sweater in a field, tilting her head to the side and resting her head gently on her hand, with a text right above it that says, "Why do inmates have their ass stuffed with cotton before getting the electric chair?" It's very relaxing.
I think we should take a screenshot of that.
So they don't crap themselves.
It's very insightful.
God damn it.
Inspirational, even.
It's phenomenal.
Yes.
So anyone else have anything in specific they want to bring up, or should I introduce our next, hopefully, recurring segment? Anything you want to talk about, anything you want to bring up, anything that's crossing your mind right now.
Okay.
All right.
You know what I'm tired of?
Oh, no.
You know what I'm really, really tired of?
All right.
And the next person to say this, I'll blow their head clean off. Anything about restoring faith in humanity.
You know, Eric, that quote right there really restores faith in me.
Your anger towards faith in humanity restored my faith in humanity.
Like, I just feel like people who complain about humanity losing any of its good stuff must not get out much.
Yeah,
Well,
so, that's a good point. So you're mad at them saying they lost faith in humanity to begin with.
Well, see, the problem is
that
bad news travels a lot quicker than good news.
Yeah,
That's very
I guess.
true.
And with today's age of YouTube, Twitter,
24-hour news cycle, et cetera, et cetera.
constant communication, I guess would be the term I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like you said, yeah, there's all this war and shit going on, and yeah, it could have been going on 100 years ago. May not have been as bad because of technology, but like saying weaponries and whatnot. I'm not saying because of cell phones.
Mm.
But what I'm saying is we hear about it a lot quicker, a lot sooner, when before some guy would have to send a letter or whatever the case may be. So, like, for example, you have all these storms going on, and people are like, oh, it's the apocalypse, it's the end of days, all these storms.
Well,
No, we're just able to acknowledge them a lot quicker, and, especially with the media, it's always like, oh, they make shit sound worse than what it is, because obviously...
fear sells is the thing.
Exactly. I was just about to say something similar to that.
I was reading an article the other day. It was posted, well, not the other day, it was like a month ago. They were talking about Black Friday, right? Now, every year, especially in increasing years, you see, like, people are getting trampled to death. There's horrible chaos happening on Black Friday. What they don't point out is that, like, a lot of stores that have this stuff happen are stores that are in areas that have it happen all the time. Like,
Not just Black Friday.
no, not just Black Friday. It's not even that much increased on Black Friday, is the crazy thing. Like, it's just Black Friday is a time when it's really, really slow. There's not a whole lot going on in the news. So they're like, oh, chaos on Black Friday, And, yeah.
Well, it's what people expect to hear, because people want to hear bad things, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then you see a video going around Facebook or Reddit where it's like, oh, look at these good guys in Europe or whatever, faith restored. It's like, these are just average people doing average things that it just, like Eric says, now that I'm actually thinking about it, now I'm getting frustrated with the topic.
See, the thing is, everybody's losing their faith because they're just watching the news, they're just reading what they
They're
hear.
watching all these videos about people getting beheaded
and
and
they're
gutted
not
and shit.
going
Like we talked about
outside.
like 3 podcasts ago.
I spent all week volunteering this week, and it was so great.
Got out there, you did
Because-
something.
Yeah,
No money in
sure.
the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Proud of
yeah,
you.
no charities, no waitresses. So, and it was just flash a smile people's way, and you'll get it back.
What up?
I had a friend who posted a Facebook status fairly recently. It was about this guy. It's probably a made-up fake story, whatever. But there was this guy who was asked, but he like treats everyone really well, smiles, gives him a handshake, very very cordial person. And someone noticed this. He said like, "Hey, why are you so cordial all the time?" And the guy responded by saying that he read some article talking about people who commit suicide, right?
Mm.
And there are many many people who say if they would just had someone who treated with some even small token of affection, something that was like, "Hey, buddy, you have a good day," or, you know, just something that showed, even in the smallest way that someone cared about them, that would have saved their life. You know, you don't know what even the smallest act of positivity can do. You know, you don't know, even the littlest thing can have a huge impact on someone. So why not just be positive, maybe save somebody.
Yeah, some guy could be at the mall getting ready to go home and, you know, blow his brains out.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's coming through the parking lot, you walk by him like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" And you know what he says to himself? Faith in humanity restored.
Then he goes home, and instead of killing himself, he donates to charity.
Yep, the circle is complete. Mm-hmm. And he donates to the Heifer Project, which is one of the best charities out there. And they buy someone a goat. And
Have you guys heard of that?
yeah, hey Heifer Charity, please give us money.
Give us a goat.
Yes.
No, God, they might. No, they wouldn't.
We don't need a goat.
We don't want to.
We're fat Americans. We don't need a goat.
No, we eat the goat.
We probably would eat the goat.
Tear the udders off while it's still living. Just chew on them.
So then people are going to see the videos of us killing the goat. And they're going to look at, like, a European kid playing with a goat.
They're going to be like, "Look at this goat that I love." And then it's going to be us, like, just mauling a goat to pieces. You know, drinking its blood, sucking the eyeballs out
That's
of
the
its
best
skull.
part.
And now we're back to the dark cast.
Yeah. Right after we talk about being nice to
I
people.
wonder what goat tastes like.
Like,
Probably really gamey,
kind of
I
like
would
venison,
think.
yeah.
I knew a
Yeah.
guy who ate a, he used to live in, I want to say Ecuador or something. I don't know. I haven't talked to this dude in like 5-7 years, something like that. He ate a vulture once, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it was terrible. He said vulture was the worst. Vulture was bad. He ate either a crocodile or an alligator. He said it was pretty good. I had one of those in jerky form, and I will agree it was pretty good. He ate several snakes. He said there's a pretty good meat. I would eat snake meat. I think snake meat
I
would be
would
fine.
do.
Yeah, probably be pretty good. I can't remember what else. Like little squirrels, porcupines, and stuff.
I've actually seen a show. It was basically Martha Stewart, but like the redneck version. And this lady's all like proper. And I'm not saying like she was like all hillbilly. She was all proper, like her little sweater vest and all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole episode was like how to properly skin and cook squirrel.
All right.
It's a viable food source, you know.
And I'm like, holy, and like she was all like proper with it, and like had it on a platter, and the kids were like come running up, all like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my god.
You know who pulled the skin off a squirrel live on camera for a movie? It's everyone's favorite lady, star of the Hunger Games.
Really, Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, go rent Winter's Bone or see it on Netflix. She has a scene when she's trying to teach these kids how to fend for themselves because their father is missing from like cooking meth and stuff, and there's a crazy ass movie. But anyway, she kills a squirrel in front of these two little kids, like just pulls the skin right off of it. It's nuts.
Huh.
It's
It's
not
like-
a difficult thing to do.
It probably isn't.
It's like pulling off a sock, really.
Tone, you've seen Roger and Me. Did you see Roger and Me?
No.
No. In Roger and Me, there's this woman who, you remember this, when she's selling the rabbits, and she has a sign that says pet or meat?
Roger.
I remember seeing that, but I don't remember this movie or whatever it's from.
It was the documentary on
documentary.
Flint. It was a Flint documentary. Roger and Me.
So maybe I do know this.
I don't think I've seen it.
Really? I thought we were in the same class at college. Well, anyway, if you look it up online, everybody, it's very disturbing. She's selling rabbits pet or meat, right? And the guy goes up and he's like, "Pet or meat?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can take it home as a pet, or I can, skin it and give you the meat." And he's like, "Well, I'll go meat." She's like, "All right." Takes a rabbit out. I think she slams it against a tree to kill it, if I remember properly. Skins it, and she's like, "Here you go."
Huh.
All on camera. It's nuts.
There was a guy who took a some kind of, I don't know, chipmunk, whatever. It wasn't a chipmunk. It was bigger than that. But he's a, I guess that's how he eats. He just eats out of the wild and random animals and shit.
Hmm.
And he did a video on how to skin it. And he literally broke the neck, did something, like slit it, and like squeezed it from like the butt. And the whole thing was like plop. Like, he was, like, literally, like, emptying out marbles out of a fucking sock. Like, he was just plop. And
Like marbles from a sock, so are the days of our lives.
Like tears in the rain.
And it was like so
Things
quick.
I've seen.
It was so quick and so, like,
Effortless.
fluid, like, effortless. And it was like, holy, and it's like, wow. And it was, like, creepy, yet very impressive.
Yeah. That's how I describe my sex life. No.
Speaking of sex,
Oh, yeah.
Eric, you have something to say?
No, no.
I think we should bring in our next regular segment. I have a book here that's Would You Rather, the dirty version, that has horrible, horrible questions. And I think once per episode, just bust this shit out.
Pick a random question.
Random question, totally at random, left up to chance, but I might skip some. To mostly chance. And we discuss this question to end our podcast each time. What do you guys think about that?
And of course, it also leaves it up for you guys to leave your comments as well.
You can debate with us, interact with us, or you can suggest a question if you have one. It doesn't even have to be good. Even if it's awful, we'll talk about it.
So let's do it.
All right. Oh, no, I'll plug it at the end. Be warned, I'm going to plug one more thing at the end. All right. This is a 3-part question. Wouldst thou rather have your testicles removed and your scrotal sac filled with almonds or magnets? Almonds. Almonds for me. Magnets would be impractical. Not like almonds would be practical. But
I'll go with magnets.
I'd
Really?
go with almonds too.
But magnets,
Why would you go
almonds might
almonds?
rot. Because magnets might get stuck to stuff.
But how
You can
often?
hang your keys off your nuts.
How
So
often?
it's practical.
How
How
often?
strong are the magnets?
Yeah. First off, how strong are they?
They're
How
like
often-
buckyballs, so you
how
can
often-
lift like a fridge.
How often do you actually sit on or near metal aside
A
from folding
lot.
chairs?
Are you kidding?
But a folding chair, you're not sitting on metal though. You're sitting on wood.
I have my nuts next to a computer constantly. A hard drive, it would be wiped out. Like, are you kidding? I put my phone under there sometimes.
I do keep my phone between my legs.
I think it'd be a good
too.
place
See?
to do like a hideaway key. So when I'm on vacation, I can
Where's
put all
my
my
card?
money, and my money clip under my sack.
And then you're like, hold on, I need to buy gum.
No, I'll clearly go in the bathroom
Whoa,
of the gas
whoa,
station before I purchase gum.
I found the flaw.
Mm.
Metal detectors, airports, anything like that.
Just say
It's in my nuts.
It's in my nuts.
I'm
And then
sure-
you gotta get
you'd get a card.
checked.
You'd get a card.
a card.
It'd be a pretty specific
Well, like, you know how you get, like, if you got like a metal plate or something that's gonna set off alarms to give you a medical card explaining what the problem is.
I feel like
They
the only
do?
doctor who'd give that card is like the extends doctor or something like that.
This
I'm
extends
sure-
doctor with air
Because
quotes.
if you're going to
yes.
have this procedure done, you would have to have a doctor do it. That's obvious.
Mm.
So clearly, there has to be some kind of medical professional involved. He'll be able to sign you a note or something.
Here's a note from my doctor
Yeah.
about my
There'd have to
magnetic
be-
testicles.
There'd have to be something.
So you said it was a 3-part question?
Yeah, here's part 2. Hydrogen or steel? Definitely steel. Because isn't hydrogen
It's
like
very
explosive?
flammable and explosive, but it would
Yeah,
be
fuck that shit.
enclosed. It would be enclosed.
Yeah, but what if you
What if you get kicked in the nuts with the
while you're on
pressure?
fire?
I don't think so.
What if you somehow cut your sack open?
Well, hydrogen
or an
is a
open
gas, while steel is a solid metal, which would weigh a lot.
can? Ooh, yeah.
that's,
wait,
is it a
wait,
solid
wait,
ball
wait.
steel or like solid pellets? Or
They do not
molten
specify.
Steel?
Molten
Let's-
steel would be
let's-
kind of neat. What about mercury? Oh wait, you'd probably die.
You know, mercury is the only metal that's liquid at room temperature.
Someday, my hope is that eventually someone listening to this podcast has read 52, because they will get so much more out of it.
They would.
But no one ever will.
Because they're Korean American.
And he didn't like.
Anyways,
I love that movie.
So, I
so
don't know, I
what, are,
guess
what are
steel.
the choices? Steel?
Third one. Oh,
No,
hydrogen
no.
or steel?
I'll go with hydrogen.
I guess steel. I don't know.
Wait, is this with magnets?
No, separate.
No.
This is a
Yeah,
separate
this is
thing.
separate.
Yeah.
I'll go with hydrogen.
Yeah, let's put steel and magnets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with steel just so it makes my sack hang really low.
But then you'll always be sitting on it. That would hurt.
No, like it's you can.
There's
I-
days
I-
where
I
you sit
just-
down in a hurry, jump in the recliner or some shit, and those balls flop in the back.
You know, I don't think I've ever sat on my nuts once. in my
Clearly, you
life.
have a little nuts, Andy.
Maybe.
That's
So
why
what?
you need the steel in them.
What could I say? I
shit.
got bigger.
Okay, so third
Yeah,
question.
Eager. This is kind of an odd one. Glowworms or silly putty? Silly
Silly
putty,
putty.
hands down. You'd just be sitting there all day, like pressing a newspaper on your sack. It'd be great.
But if it's in your sack, it's not your sack itself.
Cutting your sack open and pressing a newspaper.
I mean,
Wouldn't it be like a Stretch Armstrong at that point? You'd like jerk off. Like,
You know what would be worse is if it's like Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong was filled with corn syrup, and one thing that you could do with corn syrup is eat it. So
Wait, really?
yeah, so you could actually take a Stretch Armstrong and like cut it and then like drink his blood.
Like an Aztec sacrifice?
It was probably not a great idea, but you could.
I don't.
Just saying.
I heard they were coming out with a Stretch Armstrong movie at one point.
There's a lot of movies that get announced and they're never released, like the Justice League movie.
One time,
2017.
Bullshit.
one time, I sprayed Windex on Play-Doh and ate it.
I knew a guy once who he drank Windex one time, and he said it gave him the effect of like being really drunk. I'm like, that's really stupid. That's a really bad idea.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for this episode.
You should call us on the Rapscallions Report
Or text
hotline.
us.
$4.99 a minute. Red hot conversation
It's totally free.
with bearded males.
And the next day after you call us, we'll ask for $750.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't do it, we'll send thugs.
No thugs.
Okay.
Oh, but we have thugs that we get no use out of.
See, man, we're not
There's just
getting
a
no
pile of
calls.
thugs
We're not getting
over
no
there.
calls as is, man. We can't scare them into thinking we're charging them.
No, you're breaking the fourth wall. We get so many calls. Everyone calls.
Well, we did get that one call. I'm not going to go there.
We appreciate all your calls. We
Call?
appreciate all your call.
Call or text us. It's 1-989-372-0805.
Send us pictures of your butt.
You can send us pictures
Of your butt.
to rapscallionsreport@gmail.com. You can hit us up on the Twitter at @r_report.
We will forward your butt pictures to butts.com.
In the hopes that they eventually bring back the website.
This
Yes.
ripped my chair.
Bring back butts.
Bring back butts.com. So do all our stuff. Contact us. Please watch the episodes of Rapscallions Report. We've got more things, 3 reviews, board game reviews, whatever coming down the line. We just did a Marvel vs. DC episode very recently that covers the comics, TV shows, movies, video games, whatever. So if you care about Marvel or DC, you should probably watch it.
And then we've got another 3 review on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out, yo.
Yeah, yo.
Yo.
Oh, shizzle.
Mr. White.
Sayonara Hayawata.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.